Today we will study about the histology of Obelia colony. In our last lecture we have studied about the classification of Obelia, followed by its habit and habitat, then its different zooid forms, that is polyp stage or blastostyle stage and the medusa stage. In today's lecture we will study about histology of Obelia colony. The entire Obelia colony, including polyps and blastostyle, has the same type of body wall. That is, the body wall of the cnidarians or the Obelia is composed of is said to be diploblastic because it has two cellular layers, that is outer ectoderm and inner endoderm. In between the two layers there are connected by a non-cellular gelatinous substance called as a mesogliae. Ectoderm, that is the outer layer, it is formed by a single row of cells. These cells are doing different functions, okay, and on the basis of their function they are further classified into epitheliomuscle cell, gland cell, nerve cell, sensory cell, interstitial cell and nidoblast. First one, epitheliomuscle cell. They forms a major portion of the ectoderm. These cells, that is epitheliomuscle cell, are the major portion of the ectodermal layer. Okay, and they are pillar shaped. These cells have an outer epithelial part and inner muscular part. Then second one is gland cell. Gland cells are the glandular in function and secretes mucus. Another type is the nerve cells. The nerve cells are located in the inner part of the ectoderm in contact with the mesogliae. All the nerve cells are interconnected with each other to form a nerve net between the mesogliae and ectoderm. Each nerve cell has a cell body with the nucleus and two or more processes called as a neurites. Okay. Then comes the sensory cell. Sensory cells are the tall thread-like cells that lies between the epitheliomuscle cells. The inner end of the sensory cell is connected with the nerve cells and the outer end bears a sensory cilium. Okay. Next one is the interstitial cells. These interstitial cells are undifferentiated rounded cells located between the bases of ectoderm cell. These cells can be developed into any type of cell. Hence, they are called as a totipotent cell. What is totipotent cell? The cell that can be differentiated into any type of the cell. For example, if from this cell they can give rise to a whole organism, one organ of the Obelia colony. Okay, so thus totipotent means they can give rise to any type of the cell. Okay, then comes the nidoblast. Nidoblast are the stinging cell. In detail we will study this nidoblast also. This nidoblast is used in offense and defense, okay, and also to capture prey and all. Okay. Endoderm. Endoderm is the innermost layer of the body wall and it forms the internal lining of the gastrovascular cavity. It contains five types of cells, that is endothelial-muscle cell, gland cell, nerve cells, sensory cells and interstitial cell. The first one, that is endothelial-muscle cell, form the main bulk of the endoderm, whereas epithelial-muscle cell, that is the major portion of the ectodermal cell. Similarly, endothelial muscle cell are the main bulk of the endoderm. Okay, these are pillar shaped, similar to the epithelial muscle cell. Endothelial muscle cell are also in a pillar shaped. The one end nearer to the mesogliae bears the muscular part, and the free end bears the pseudopodia and flagella. The flagella creates a water current inside the gastrovascular cavity. The pseudopodia captures the prey and the food material are digested inside the endothelial cell. Hence, these cells are also called as a nutritive muscle cell. Okay. So, what is the function of the endothelial cell? They help in the digestion of the food material. Okay. During the nutrition we will study what are the how the digestion takes place. So endothelial muscle cell are basically digest the incomplete digested food material. Okay. So once we revise again, so epithelial muscle cell that forms the major portion of the ectoderm, whereas the endothelial muscle cell forms the major portion of the endoderm layer. Okay. Similar, epithelial muscle cell and endothelial muscle cells both are in pillar shaped. Okay. Whereas epithelial muscle cell have outer epithelial part and the inner muscular part. Similarly, endothelial muscle cell, which the end which is nearer to the mesogliae bears the muscular part. Okay. And the other part, free end, is has the pseudopodia and the flagella. What the function of this flagella? Flagella creates the water current inside the gastrovascular cavity, and pseudopodia captures the prey that prey or the food material which are digested in the endothelial muscle cells. Okay. Hence, this endothelial muscle cell is also known as a nutritive muscle cells. Okay. Then the different other different type of cells which are found in the endoderm are the gland cell, nerve cell, sensory cell, and interstitial cell. The function of these cells are similar to that of the cells which are found in the ectoderm. That is, the gland cell secretes the digestive enzyme and mucus, and while the other cells are like those of the ectoderm. Okay. Next part is the nutrition in Obelia. Obelia is carnivorous. It feeds on a small worms, crustaceans, nematodes, etc. The polyps of the colony are connected with nutrition. The tentacles captures the prey and is passed into the gastrovascular cavity through the mouth. The gland cells of the endoderm secretes digestive enzyme into the gastrovascular cavity. The partly digested food material are made to circulate inside the gastrovascular cavity, and the pseudopodia captures and swallow the partly digested food material. Inside the endothelial muscle cell, the food is completely digested. The digested food is distributed among the other cells of the colony by diffusion. Thus, the Obelia exhibit extracellular digestion plus intracellular digestion. Okay. Then comes the cnidoblast or the nematoblast cell. Where it is located? It is found on the ectoderm layer, that is the outermost layer of the organism. Okay. This cnidoblast, or the also known as a nematoblast, are the stinging cells. They are developed from the interstitial cells. They are organs of offense and defense. Nematoblasts are abundant in the tentacles. In the tentacles, they are arranged in a groups. That is, this group is made up of 10 to 12 in numbers, and this group are called as a nematocyst batteries. Okay. The nematoblasts are arranged on the surface of the body and in the tentacles. The nematoblast cannot be used again. So the one which is used once, that nematoblast is not that organism can't use that nematoblast again. Okay. So there is new nematoblast blast are continuously formed from the interstitial cells to replace the used one. Each nematoblast sorry, each nidoblast is a specialized oval interstitial cells and has an oval sac or the capsule called as a nematocyst. The nematocyst is surrounded by cytoplasm and nucleus. The nematocyst is filled with the poisonous fluid called as a hypnotoxin. Okay. This is the structure of nematoblast. Nidoblast. The A1 is the resting one and the B1 is the discharged one. Okay. We can see that the end of the nematocyst is produced into a long hollow tubular structure called as a thread tube. Okay, look it in picture B. In the figure B, it is shown that the nematocyst is produced into a long hollow tube-like structure called as a thread tube. It opens at the end. It remains coiled like a wash spring inside the nematocyst in a resting stage. Okay, the base of the thread is swollen into the butt, and the base of the thread has a 3 large spines called as a barbs. Okay, and 3 rows of a small spines called as a barbules. Okay, it is there. We can see in figure B that the barbs and barbules which are located on the base of the thread. Okay, then the base of the thread is covered by a lead called as a operculum. Okay, in a figure A, it is shown that operculum. By the side of the lead, a small hell-like structure is found, and it is called as a nidocyle. Okay. The nidoblast is operated when the nidocyle is stimulated. The stimulus may be mechanical or chemical, and when the nidocyle receives a stimuli, the operculum opens and the thread tube turns inside out and shoot out. Okay, so when there is a stimulus, external stimulus, for example, when there is in process of defense, there is this stimulus comes, that time what happens, this nidocyle, the operculum opens and the nidocyle receives the stimulus, and it leads to the opening of the operculum. The opening of operculum release the thread tubes inside out and shoot out. Okay, so that and the tip of the thread is penetrated into the body of the enemy, or the poison is injected. Okay. What is the function of the nidoblast? Nidoblast is mostly used in offense and defense, food capturing, then the anchoring to the substratum, then it also used in the locomotion of the organism. Okay. Next topic is reproduction. Obelia colony reproduce asexually plus sexually also. New branches arises from the horizontal branches by the budding, and the colony increases in size. Okay, that is asexual. And also the blastostyle develops a sexual zooid called as a medusa by budding, that is asexually. So Obelia colony reproduce by both asexually plus sexually. Okay, asexually by budding and sexually by the formation of the medusa, that is the sexual zooid by the process of budding. Okay. In detail, the medusa I have already explained during the last lecture. You just referred that video for the in brief to learn, to make a notes, and for learning also the medusa life form. Okay, I have not explained it again. You just refer my last lecture for the same. Now we will study the life cycle of Obelia. Obelia is a marine branched colony and it is trimorphic colony. In the last lecture we have studied that Obelia colony is trimorphic. When the colony is said to be trimorphic, when there is all three types of zooids are present in a colony, that is polyp, blastostyle and a medusa. Okay. So polyps are the nutritive in function, whereas the blastostyle are the reproductive in function. Why polyp is said to be nutritive in function? Because it possesses a mouth and polyp do the function of digestion. It has tentacles, so the capturing of food is all performed by the polyp, and it is passed to the whole colony by the process of diffusion. Okay, whereas blastostyle, the another form of the Obelia, that is blastostyle, is called as a reproductive in function because it has it gives rise to the medusa zooid or medusa zooid, which is a sexual reproduction. Okay, plus it also has the uh, helps in a sexual reproduction also. Okay, blastostyle reproduce asexually by budding. The blastostyle develops several buds. Okay, that's why it is called as a reproductive in function. These birds, the birds which are produced by the blastostyle develop into umbrella-like zooid called as a medusa. Medusae are the sexual zooid. The fully matured medusae are released from the blastostyle through gonopore. Medusae lead a free swimming life. They contain gonads. Sexes are separate in their cases. Okay, so the male medusa produces sperm and the female medusa produces eggs. The medusae release the gametes, that is either sperm or the egg, in the water where they meet and fuse together. Hence the fertilization is external. The fertilized egg is called as a zygote. The zygote undergoes segmentation, and the segmentation of zygote is called as a cleavage. Okay, and in this Obelia the cleavage is holoblastic and equal. Okay, the zygote divide into two cells. The two cells again divide into 4, and 4 cells again divides into 8, and 8 into the 16 followed by 32, and then the cleavage goes on and giving rise to the stage called as a blastomere. Okay, cleavage leads to the formation of solid ball of a cell. This stage of embryo is called as a morula. Okay, soon the blastomeres of the morula are arranged themselves in a single layer around the central cavity, giving rise to the stage called as a blastula. Okay, blastula is what? It is a hollow ball with the cavity called as a blastocele and a single layer of the blastomere which is located around the blastocele. Okay, that refers to the blastoderm. Soon inner cell of the blastoderm bursts off into new cells which fill up the entire blastocele. Thus, the hollow blastula is converted into solid ball-like stage called as a gastrula. The outer layer of the cell of the gastrula is called as the ectoderm, and the inner cell of the inner cells are called as the endoderm. Gastrula develop into the lava called as a planula lava. Okay, till the planula lava, it is cylindrical in shape. It is a free swimming lava. Okay, and it is covered by the cilia. It consists of two layers of cells, namely an outer ectoderm and inner endoderm, and the central cavity called as the gastrovascular cavity. After a short period the free swimming life, the penula lava is attached to the substratum. Okay, and from there the attachment of substratum is its anterior end. Okay, and the free end develops into manubrium, that is posterior end, the mouth and the circlets of the tentacles. Okay, in this stage the embryo resembles like hydra, and thus this stage is also called as the hydrula. Okay, so hydrula undergoes repeated budding leading to the formation of the highly branched obelia colony. This is the simple life cycle of the obelia. So how the life cycle begins, once we will revise once again, that is the by the process of budding, blastostyle produces or develops several buds. Thus these buds develop into umbrella like zooids called as the medusae. This medusae is either contain female gametes or male gametes. So the gametes are released by the medusae into the water, where they meet in the water the male and female gametes meet, fuse together, and fertilized the egg and give formation to the zygote. This zygote then undergo cleavage. What are the different type of like cleavage? Holoblastic and the equal. The cleavage is holoblastic and equal. The zygote divide into two cells, then two cells again divides into 4 followed by 8 into 16 into 32. Okay, the and thus give rise to the morula stage. Okay, during morula what happened? Morula arrange themselves in a single layer around a central cavity, giving rise to the blastula. So blastula is a hollow ball with the central cavity, that is blastocele, and the layer of the cell surrounds at the margin around this cavity, and this layer of the cells is called as the blastoderm. Okay, then this blastoderm cells, then invasion takes place, giving rise to the formation of two different layers, that is outer endoderm and outer ectoderm and inner endoderm. This the presence of these two layers is known as the gastrula stage. Okay, so after gastrula develop into the penula lava. Gastrula develop into penula lava, and this penula lava is a free swimming lava. Okay, after some time this free swimming lava attached to the substratum from its anterior part. It attached to the substratum, and at the posterior it give rise to the manubrium, mouth, and the circlets of the tentacles. Okay, and this what and this stage is called as a young polyp. This formation of young polyps takes place, and this stage it resembles to the hydra, so it also called as a hydrula. Okay, and this hydrula undergoes repeated budding, leading to the formation of highly complex branch obelia colony. Okay, so today's lecture we have studied about the different histology of obelia colony, followed by nutrition and then reproduction and the life cycle. Okay.